Hey, what's up? ayeeedubb from K975 at Women's Empowerment. And I have another special guest, Mr. David Banner. How you doing?
I'm so honored to be here, man.
We are so glad to see you here today. Now, I don't know if y'all know this, but you're the sexiest man alive.
I am.
That's what you said.
No, that's not what I said. It's what I am.
It's what you are.
Yeah, yeah.
So I need 3 tips on for us to feel good and sexy or feel our best. Can you give those to us?
Well, first thing is that we spend so much money on the things that are outside of our body. I remember I spoke at this wellness event that was in Portland. And the young lady said organic food costs so much. And I counted $3,000 outside of my body. And I said, so are you trying to tell me what's on the outside of your body means more than what you put on the inside of your body?
Right.
We spend so much time trying to show people beautiful things instead of the beauty that's inside of us.
Yes.
You know, it radiates off me because I eat. And your diet isn't just what you digest in your mouth. It's also your relationships.
Yes.
It's also the people who you put around you. And it's also the thoughts that you think. You know, so for me, you know, I'm just grateful to be an example. And I show you how God works. I am from the most unhealthy state and the most unhealthy city in the United States. So when I tell people I don't eat something, it's not that I don't like it. I haven't ate pork since I was in 11th grade, and people will sit up here and lie to you like pork nasty. See, that's why black folks don't listen to you. You lying. If I could bathe in it, I would. It's just not good for you.
Right.
You know, people be lying. Like, stop lying. I don't eat it, but
it's still good.
it's good as hell. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Now, I love that you mentioned you gave up pork in 11th grade because I found out that in 11th grade when you read this book called The Broward Files.
From the Browder Files.
From the Browder Files.
Yes. You can actually get that at davidbanner.com.
Yes, you can. Now, was this something you had to read in school or you picked it up by yourself or someone told you about it?
No, he's actually here. My cousin from Chicago stole a piece of music from me.
Okay.
And he had been carrying this book around. And, you know, at the time, my cousin was gang banging and doing a lot of other stuff. And I was like, why is this gang banger carrying around this book?
Mm-hmm.
So he took my CD because I was going back to Jackson, Mississippi that day. And he knew that he wouldn't see me again. So he left the book on his dresser. Now I'm going to tell you something that's very powerful. It was a Pete Rock remix of House of Pain's Jump Around.
Okay.
Remember that. 'Cause
Okay.
We're thinking about doing a whole series about this.
Okay, got you.
Okay, I ended up taking his book just to spite him. Read the book from Chicago all the way back to Mississippi. It changed. Then from that point, I read the autobiography of Malcolm X. Changed the whole course of my life. And the David Banner that you see in front of you now is in big part of the Browder Files. But wait.
Okay.
4 years ago, it was this, you know, my fans are really, David Banner fans are really particular about me. They're like, yo, it's this white boy, on his website, wearing a God Box t-shirt. Like, who is he? Come to find out, it was the lead singer from House of Pain.
Shut up. Okay.
His sister got pregnant by a black man. And he said he doesn't know anything about being black. His nephews are black. So he was like, yo, I trust David Banner to help guide my nephews. So what he doesn't know is his CD was the reason why I became conscious because it got stolen. And then 20 years later, it comes back that I'm able to help his nephew.
Wow.
Like serendipity, you know what I'm saying?
That's a really legit full circle.
And this is the first time I've ever told that story, so you got the scoop.
Yes.
So when it becomes this big television show or whatever we gonna make it, you heard it first.
Oh my God, thank you for blessing me with
it's
this.
all good. It's all good.
Now, I want to be if we had to do a David Banner file, what is a situation or event that happened in your life that if somebody knew about it, it would have changed their life? Just like the book changed the course of your life. What's something that happened to you like the David Banner file?
When I signed my $10 million deal, I was actually sleeping out of my van. Well, hold on. I was sleeping out of my van, and I had built a studio inside of my van.
Okay.
I bought one of those electrical transformers that you can put inside of your lighter. And I literally built the studio. And if you think I'm joking, go and listen to the interludes on my first album, Mississippi the Album. you could hear the cars passing by. My van got stolen in Birmingham, Alabama, and the only thing that I had on me was my pistol. And I felt like I knew the direction that they went in. Come to find out that's where my van was. But something in my spirit said, let it go. So I ended up calling my girlfriend at the time. She drove up from Mississippi. She came back and got me. 5 months later, I signed a $10 million deal. And guess where I happened to be driving through?
Alabama?
Birmingham, Alabama. I signed my $10 million deal on 17th Street at the Kinko's in Birmingham, Louisiana. And I think that was God telling me, listen to my voice, no matter what your ego, no matter what anybody says, and I'll give it back to you literally 9,998 times.
Right.
Like, and if I would have followed, my ego, I maybe would be in jail right now. And it was funny because I was in Birmingham one time. Like, anytime, Birmingham is one of my top markets. Anytime, like my lecture series, I had one of the most successful black lecture series about 6-7 years ago. And I started in Birmingham. So I asked this dude on the corner, literally, he was on the corner. He may have even been blowing one. And I said, man, like, why do y'all deal with me like y'all do? He said, because we feel like we owe you. We know what happened.
Yeah.
And that just shows you that the streets does have value, but it has to be for somebody that they respect and love. And I'm grateful to be one of those people.
I know it's gotta be a good feeling.
That's a great feeling.
Great feeling.
Can I give a shout out real quick?
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
want to give a shout out to E. Jones, Ninth Wonder, Rhapsody, and a very good friend of mine, Laval Moulton.
Yes.
I actually recorded one of my albums at Central, and people don't know that. And so, like, I'm actually here a lot, but the reason why I don't let people know that I'm here because and it's not fair to y'all, but this is one of my places of rest. So, like, people see me walking through the hood and be like, is that David Banner? And I just won't say nothing, I won't lie. And they be like, no, David Banner wouldn't be walking through the hood. Well, to tell you the truth, I would.
It's the beard patch. I feel like that would give it away the biggest.
Well, so many people who took that from me, and I'm glad to be an influencer. My mama, I'm serious, my mama even showed me. She said the rappers and the football players and basketball players wasn't wearing their gray hair until after I started doing it. And we got to start, because there's so many egos out there, we got to start taking our credit for influence that we have, because people will take it and run off with it, and we think something is wrong with us. My mentor, David Moody, I was over his house one time, and he's like, man, you got more feminine products for your hair than my wife do. And I realized he was telling the truth. And I said, if I could be the first entertainer who shows, because if you think about the descendants of Africans and indigenous people, it is an honor to grow old. That's what you want to be. You can't have some positions in the tribe until after you're 80. So I wanted to be one of the people who show these children how to grow older gracefully, because you can do a lot of stuff. You can prolong a lot of stuff, but one thing you can't prolong is death and getting older.
That's true.
So I wanted to be something honorable, and I don't think the average 18-year-old young man is as elegant, beautiful, strong, and full of zeal like me. I am truly the sexiest being on this planet.
Period.
Thank you.
I know everybody in this room is like, we agree. Like, there's no...
They don't have to, but reality will come.
Yeah.
They can say it's not shine. The sun ain't shining outside. Walk outside, it's gonna hit them directly in the face, just like my beauty.
True.
I always tell people sometimes they have to reset their eyes because they have been used to mediocre things, and then when they finally see a demigod in front of them, they don't know what to do with it.
That's true. I can listen to you speak all day. I need an audiobook, I need a book, a video, music. But speaking of music, you guys swinging out.
Whoa, talk that. That's what I like here.
You got this swinging out.
Yeah.
We talked about it on the radio before, because you're getting ready for the album God Box 2.
Right.
I saw you had a very private listening party in Dallas. You was like, if you don't have the info, you gotta be trying harder.
So we're actually thinking about bringing it here. I want to bring a certain amount of class back to black music. America has tricked black people into giving away everything for free. You know, these bigger companies tricked black people in thinking it was about giving stuff away for free. But Facebook and Instagram, they were not giving it away for free. They were collecting your spending habits, your algorithms. So it was never about pictures. It was never about communication. It was about learning your spending habits, where you go, the things that you like. So we thought that they were giving us something for free. They were not. They were collecting our information and getting paid billions for it. So what I'll say is, y'all get ready. David Banner is about to do something very similar. I am building a piece of technology. Y'all can go to davidbanner.com right now and sign up. And I'm going to do something similar, but in a good way. But what I need y'all to do is go and stream Swinging right now, featuring Bun B. We're about to get it on the radio station full time, so I'm going to be coming back performing. Y'all don't worry about that. But, like, what I want to tell people, man, is I want to say this, man. Like, I have one of the best albums ever in history. And I'm going to talk about this today on stage. I said this in Dallas. I am a genius. I am one of the best people who have walked this earth in recent history. And black people, we sit around and act like those kids or those people in our communities who are special, we act like we see them every day. I said that in Dallas. Like, I'm not coming here to let you listen to my album to see if you like it or not. I already know it's jamming.
Right.
Look at, my history shows you that I know how to make hit records. Whether it's me producing Quincy Jones, Maroon 5, Chris Brown, Lil Wayne, whoever it may end up being. But because a lot of times we have such low self-esteem that we don't allow the lights in our communities to shine. I'm not going to wait for people to spark me anymore. Like, if you don't get on this boat, I'm going somewhere. I just looked at some land and talked about some land in Panama. If my people are not going to support me the way that they should, I watched what they did to Malcolm's. Look at Malcolm's family. As much as Malcolm did for our people, look at Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey did the stuff that they said that black men don't do. And look at where he is, and look at what we allowed to happen. Look at Martin Luther King's family selling mementos. No, not me. See, God gives you vision, and you an idiot if you go and do the same exact thing that he showed you didn't work. So with this beauty and me looking as good as I am right now, and sounding as good as I am, I'm gonna give it to him one more time. After this, I'm going for me, and then they'll turn around when you don't come back and say, look at how selfish he is. But don't look at the fact that they didn't do nothing with him when they had an opportunity to. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to love on y'all. Make sure y'all go to Swinging, get swinging. God Box 2 is coming up.
Yes.
Go to davidbanner.com and support. And, you know, we're going to enjoy ourselves tonight.
Yes, we are. We're getting ready for the Black Mirror Bill panel that I know you're going to shut it down because just hearing this back room was a whole word, right? So now for the audience out there, they're going to be really excited. So
I want to say one thing before I leave. I know it's time to go. Our women mean the world to me. And I've been really fighting about how I want to approach today. The things that we need to do are painful. Excuse my French, but we need to change some shit. So I could come in here and be the David Banner that everybody wants to see, make everybody smile, feel good, and go home. And you're in the same position that you were in when you left. You just feel good. That's what most churches do to our people. I honestly believe that black people do too much praying. I think we should shut your mouth and listen to God. We pray and sing and talk so much that you can't hear God's voice. If we continue to doing the same things in our communities, the same things are going to happen. So I don't know what me is going to be out there because, you know, I'll give you one example. Like, if I want to know something about a woman, do you know who I talk to? I talk to a woman. Period. If I want to talk about a woman in marriage, I talk to a woman who has successfully been married and is still married.
Right.
Most people, we want to get around people who feel the same pain that we feel and hype that pain. And there is no success in that. I'll end it with this. My mom asked me one time, and it sounds disrespectful, but just listen to what I said. My mom asked me why do I listen to everything my mentor say about business. I said, because he makes more money than most black people in America, and you broke. I would listen to you if I was interested in something that had to do with the church, because you were always there. But I'm not gonna listen to nothing that you have to say about finances because you haven't shown me that you're fiscally responsible.
Exactly. Just like that.
Swinging, you know what I'm talking about? Yo, did y'all see how much we went through that like a 5-minute period?
Yes.
That was probably it. I should probably get my check, go to the crib. Y'all play that on the big screen. No, but I thank you.
No, dear man, I appreciate you as well. I'm so glad I got to meet you, and we gotta get you ready, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.